It's not yours. Hello, happy Thursday. We are almost done with the week. I wanted to give an update on my book. Yesterday, I shared that we finished all of the pictures for our book, which is just really, really exciting. It's a huge step. Allison, Rose, Renee Price, Jack, and myself, we walked all over town yesterday and we got the remaining photos that we needed for the book. Allison has been a champ and she has been so cute through the whole process and so excited about her book coming out. So huge news. We are done taking the photos. So that is a huge step in itself. So Renee Price, she has unscripted photography here in Kane. So if you need a photographer, I 100% recommend her. She takes all of our family photos. So if you're friends with me on Facebook or on my business page, then you can see those photos were actually taken by Renee. But Renee is doing all of the photos.
Can you tell me what we're doing with Daddy?
Dad's, he just walked in the door now. So you can go talk to him.
No, not you two. Say what am I going to do with him? I'm going to wrestle.
Kyle, Peter has been waiting to wrestle. So big step. We finished our photos. Renee Price, huge shout out to her, unscripted photography. She is going to edit all of those photos and get all of that rolling. Next thing was today I met with Sarah Alio. So she actually was an art teacher in the school system for over 13 years or so. And so now she, of course, is making music, but she also is doing private art lessons. And so if you're interested in art lessons, she does do private art lessons. I'm actually going to gift Allison that for her birthday, but she does private art lessons. But Sarah and I met today and we came up with the design for the front cover of the book and also the title. I'm in our we have a cozy nook, an emotion nook, so you can see all of the emotions behind me. But we came up with a design for the book, and I've shared this before, like in person with a lot of people, but basically the design for the front cover is it was like a 90s, maybe even an 80s Kane t-shirt that had a bunch of stuff on it, a bunch of different businesses on it. So you might own that t-shirt, but that was the inspiration. It has a bunch of different businesses on it. It has different characters on it, different vehicles on it. It just really caught my eye when I saw it at my in-laws' house, and I thought, oh my goodness, I really want to recreate this. And who better to do that than an artist? And so Sarah Alio, again, she is doing the cover. She's also doing the back of the book, and then she's doing the last page of the book, which will be just a fun surprise. But we spent the whole afternoon kind of just designing and talking about ideas. So the next phase in that design process is she is going to go ahead and do a sketch, and that way we can figure out kind of if that layout is going to work well for the book. I was using, this is one of our favorite books. What do you need? The water's right here. This is one of the favorite books that I read my kids. It's The Goat with Many Coats. And this was kind of like a good reference because even there's so many things about a book. I've never published a book. If you have published a book, please reach out. I would love some advice. But there's so many factors going into a book. There's, of course, the size. There's the shape. You know, do you want a square? Do you want a rectangle? Do you want it to be in color, black and white? All of those different things. Of course, I need a cover, so that's what Sarah's going to design. And then also, and I don't even know the names of all of it, so I'm trying to figure it out. Do you need help? All right. Okay, go. Go ahead. So I'm trying to figure it out, but like these pages, I would love it to be, you know, when you open it up and the first thing in the book, I would love it to be like a chicken patterned paper. But again, I've never published a book, so how do you go about doing that? That's like a learning process. My goal was to publish through Amazon, but I did make a call to a publisher today just because, just to get a different quote and see, you know, price differences. Of course, it's good to just price shop and see. Amazon, you do it yourself, and so obviously it's a lot cheaper, but again, I've never published a book. I don't have a ton of time on a computer just with our lifestyle and with our kids, and so it could be helpful to go through a publisher, but for now, I'm still planning to go through Amazon, but we're going to kind of see. But then like this is another page you have to think about, you know, I would say this is the title page. So the cover, Sarah's going to design. Then we talked about her doing a design for the title page. And then of course we'll go into, but I guess, and it might sound so silly, but like when you're actually getting down to the nitty gritty of writing a book, it's like, okay, why do they have two? Like, it might sound silly to some person, but like, okay, so you have the title page and then you have another title page, because when thinking about it and designing something, I have to have an image and I have to have a design for both. And so it's just a lot of thought is going into now that we actually have the book. I have to edit it and make a few changes, but it's primarily the entire book I've already finished writing it. Now it's really putting it together. So editing all of the photos and then editing, of course, all the words, but then merging it all together, which is a whole thing. And so that's the process right now that we're in. I wanted to just give an actual book update. I shared yesterday, we finished the photos, and then today, today Sarah and I started the design process for the cover. So that is where I'm at in the book stage. I wanted to share a preview real quick. Do you need to go outside? So this is the chicken I've shared before. All right, come on. Go ahead. So this is the chicken that I've shared before. And there's always just a lot going on. This is the chicken I've shared before. And then I wanted to give a preview of something else that Shelly has made for me. And they are absolutely adorable. I'm going to have them for sale soon. But here is a little preview. Look how adorable these are. So these are stuffed animal alpacas, and of course our alpacas move in on Sunday, and so Shelly made these. She hand crocheted them, and these will be for sale to celebrate our alpaca moving. So I will have these for sale. This is just one example of one, and then here is another example of one. So there's gonna be white ones and brown ones. And of course, Shelly made the chicken. Now Shelly made an alpaca. And then I also wanna share something, just a quick shout out to Shelly in general. She also made, so these are two things that she made. And then she also made Wednesday, so crocheted Wednesday. So how cute. So Shelly Dine, again, absolutely amazing, but I'm gonna have these for sale soon to celebrate our alpacas moving home. And that is the book update. So keep kind of watching, and I'll be sharing the whole process of publishing a book, and this is kind of the stage I'm at with it. So we're moving forward, and kind of next step is just the editing process, but very exciting. Look out for some things I'm going to have for sale tonight, another collaboration for alpacas that I made. So I will post that here in just a little bit.